Hello, members one and all of the Salivation Nation. Oh no, panic in the markets. That's right, panic in the markets. We've seen quite a huge dip, the largest point dip, I think, in history for the markets. But in perspective, the Dow was over 26,000 and is still really high right now when all things are considered, and considering the absolute spike we have seen day after day. We'll take a look at that here in a moment. This is just the Dow Jones Industrial Average, but I'm sure the Wilshire 5000 would probably show a similar trend. Nonetheless, we saw earlier in the day a 1,600 point dip, and then there was some recovery, and then it went back down again. Now, some folks have been asking me after my video on Friday about the 666 point decline as to whether or not we would see that on Monday. And I said relatively confidently that the markets would probably recover Monday. Well, boy, was I wrong. At least at the beginning, it kind of looked that way. But let's see here. Here's the month. And it, over the weekend coming out and through, let's see what the whole day was. It started out a little bit low, but then it kind of did recover a little bit or stabilize. And then it took a massive drop here. But looking back here from the year to date, so this is from January, it just kept on climbing up and going down. From the 6-month period, we see a lot of the same type of trend activity, just moving up, mostly up. And but yeah, going back a whole year, we can see that steadily decline. So the question is this a correction? A massive correction, a quick correction, or is this something greater going on here? Well, it's anybody's guess. We see the cryptocurrencies are suffering as well. Here on the side, we see the cryptocurrencies. And Bitcoin has lost another $1,000 plus to $7,000 of Bitcoin. And I wonder if that's either independent of or a part of this. We shall see. But the thing is what's not happening is gold and silver prices. Here we are coming from goldprice.org or .com. Is this not a whole lot of movement in gold and silver prices? Maybe a little bit. They're reacting somewhat to them. But silver's still below 17 and gold is at 1340. So what gives? What's going on? The dollar, I guess, is still strong. There's some good economic news. And really, when it's all said and done, you should not judge the economy by Wall Street. And that's was President Donald Trump's mistake, I think, mentioning how the Dow Jones is up high and the stock market's up high. And Obama did the same thing. But in my view, it's overinflated and it's due for a correction. And but where will this be? There's a lot of psychology at play with these markets. And with gold and silver reacting the way they are, it doesn't seem like the market, at least with the precious metals, is that terribly concerned. Although we do have more psychological indicators and geopolitical indicators as well. There's still the North Korean threat, and but there's also domestic political, with more memos being discussed, and with the one being released on Friday. Will there be a big deal about that? Could it lead to bigger things to come, more political unrest and uneasiness? We shall see. Then there's the other factors, including that Jerome Powell was sworn in as the new Fed chair, and he has more of a hawkish policy with regards to interest rates and hikes, and so this could be a taste of that, which could happen with economic indicators pointing due north, and he may want to stave off some of that with some rate hikes. We shall see. The market's reacting, obviously, to that. But the other thing is they may react to that somewhat naturally, but as the markets go down, and especially as sharply as they did, there was some recovery, but then going down again, it could spook investors. And if that has a domino effect, then you're in for some real trouble with down the road. There's a lot of cushion though in the market, and I was totally wrong in my assessment, my relatively confident assessment that the markets will recover today. I still don't think this is a crash or the beginnings of a crash, but that could change if what I mentioned just prior occurs. It's anyone's guess. So post your thoughts below. I'd like to extend a multitude of gratitude to y'all for watching and encourage you to please rate, comment, and subscribe.